Well, welcome. My name is Chill, and I've kind of created this channel as a little side project for myself. I've wanted to get good at fighting games for a while, more so in these recent years, but it's kind of always been something that's eluded me as I was never much of a fighting game player to begin with, and so I found it really hard to crack into the genre. Over the last year, I've been playing some Tekken 8, not a lot as you can see, but a little bit. Very on and off, somewhat unseriously, somewhat seriously. I'm competitive in nature, so it's, I'm picking things up as I go, but for the most part, I'm still not very good at any of the fighting games that I play. So kind of a little bit of where I come from in terms of fighting game history. My first fighting game was technically Dragon Ball FighterZ. As you can see, 113 whole hours, but that was 5 years ago, and realistically more than 5 years ago, because at this point I wasn't even playing consistently. It should be noted that most of my time spent in this game was just sitting in lab, just drilling combos into my head, not actually learning how to play the actual game and like neutral and all that, all the stuff that you know now after you've played fighting games for a little bit, you sort of pick up on. And looking back at myself, like, these 113 hours are some of the most useless amount of time I've ever spent probably in anything. It consisted of some like random custom games with friends, but overall, like, I really couldn't actually play the game. I glanced at pretty cool combos on a training bot, but not against any real players. Fast forward a little bit from that, a couple of the people that I played Dragon Ball FighterZ with were also playing Strive, so I picked up that game as well. I wish I could go back in time and get a screenshot of the last time I played before this. It's probably around the same as the Dragon Ball date. Basically, I hopped in with some friends to play. I picked up Faust, a very, goofy, funny character, at least in my eyes when I first started. Had like 25 hours before these last few days where I repicked the game up. And those 25 hours are me just messing around with Faust with friends, like basically it. I've probably played like 5 ranked games. I have a really old Faust clip if I can find it, maybe I can, of me like double KOing with a Faust and some other goofy moments like that I really liked playing that character. But again, I never really got good at the game. I never like really learned neutral. I would just like my favorite thing with that character was you get like this, you got the scalpel, right? That's like your weapon. You have this like quarter circle or half circle move, I can't remember what. It's like this big thrust with your scalpel, and if it hits, you can pull them back like a fishing rod, and then you get to like wind up a swing and hit them in the face like you're swinging a golf club. And it's like this whole timing thing, you have to time it perfectly to get the damage. Man, that was my favorite thing ever. But yeah, very casual in this game still. Again, like 25 hours before then, just in custom matches, messing around basically. Fast forward, I mean, probably 4 years from then. I first got Tekken 8 a year after it came out, and that would be like, what, 8 months ago to this date. Again, I haven't put a lot of time into it. Part of me has wanted to, part of me hasn't wanted to. Again, breaking into the genre is like an intimidating thing, so sometimes it's hard to get myself to play these games. But again, I have 65 hours. I am in the middle of purple rank. I don't remember what the middle one's called, Flame Ruler, I think. And I'm playing Steve on Tekken. I've been really enjoying Tekken in terms of like fighting game stuff. I'm the type of guy who, when I launch a new game, I like to absorb as much information as possible, whether that's through just playing the game or like researching it and looking up what other people have to say about it. I'm like heavily a knowledge player in any game that I play, and I really like that. So I kind of did that in Tekken. I got pretty good pretty fast. Like, my first roadblock in Tekken was probably like top of red ranks. Other than that, it was like smooth sailing. But yeah, that just brings us to the modern day. So there was a Guilty Gear Strive update that came out just yesterday as of recording this, where Lucy got released. I've watched the show, it's good, whatever, but the gameplay trailer of her looked so sick, just like visually. All of her animations, I mean, to be fair, this goes for a lot of the roster in this game, because I think the art is gorgeous. But like a lot of the visuals, animations, like they're all so good looking. And I was like, you know what, I've got the game, I might as well just reinstall it. I've been playing fighting games more recently now than I ever have, so why not give it a shot and actually try and get good at this game? Plus there's a new rank system, so like that's plenty of motivation, right? I'm competitive, I like having a cool rank. So that brings us to the main topic at hand. Here is where I'm going to be somewhat like documenting, just like going through my journey of the fighting games, learning, getting better, improving. And who knows where I'll end up in, a couple years, however long I want to do this. And hopefully along the way I can make it somewhat enjoyable to watch. I'll also probably be doing, I have like a little camera that I can angle down and do like a hand cam on my leverless. I also have this little fight pad thing. If I can, here I can drag it here. I have this little fight pad input, so I can put in the videos. I've technically already recorded some gameplay and I didn't have any. I didn't put the overlay on. I forgot, so that's my bad. But for the future, I definitely will. But either way, this is just gonna be a hub for me to document my journey. You know, maybe some people empathize with it, maybe people have advice, whatever it might be, and hopefully I can make it enjoyable. So yeah, that's about it. Appreciate you lending me your ear, and I hope you stick around and come with me on my journey through this absolute gargantuan task that is breaking into and getting good at fighting games. See ya.